1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
1 was really good, 2, 3, oh god.
Yeah.
We did 3 and a shit on screen.
Yeah, we did. We should probably do the second one, too, sometime.
Yeah, we probably could, because then we could talk about Kevin Nash.
Yeah, and I mean, just the fact that fucking Vanilla Ice is in it, that alone serves like, okay, let's do this.
That would be a pretty good pick.
And
then finish the trilogy by doing number 1, because that's actually... well, that's hard to shit on, though, because that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one, but I mean, still, we can do, like, commentary for it, if anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, who was it? Robert Rodriguez, I think, did the Mariachi trilogy, in a sense. It was like El Mariachi, Desperado, and then Once Upon a Time Down in Mexico, right? Or Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah. I haven't seen...
And they were sequels of each other, I think. Although I think...
They were sequels of each other. Here's the problem. I haven't seen El Mariachi, the first one.
I have, and the main problem I have with the whole thing is that El Mariachi, the storyline, is pretty similar to Desperado. Like, Desperado may as well be a bigger production version of El Mariachi, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
Like, if you haven't seen El Mariachi, I honestly don't think you're missing a whole lot. It is on my list to rewatch, because I haven't seen it in a long time, and I feel like maybe I have a wrong attitude towards it, because I love me some Robert Rodriguez. He's done some stinkers. Like, I recently watched Planet Terror, and I wasn't a big fan of that. And obviously I'll never check out, like, Spy Kids 3D and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But pretty much anything else he's done I love. Like, I haven't seen the sequel to Sin City, but Sin City was amazing.
I thought Sin City was alright. I was just like...
oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was alright. I thought, Bruce Willis was just Jessica Alba is just there as eye candy, as usual. And, the guy that played...
I think they were fitting to their roles, because, I mean, Jessica Alba was supposed to be the eye candy, and Bruce Willis was basically typecast, so...
Yeah.
Plus, Michael Madsen was in it, fucking Mr. Blonde.
Yeah, the one story that I dig...
You got a bum ticker.
The one story in it that I did dig, though, was, I think the guy's name was Marv, I think.
Yes, that was my favorite, too. Blondie.
Her name was Goldie.
Oh, yeah, Goldie. That's what it was. Goldie.
She said her name is Goldie. I'm like, fuck yeah. Dude, more of this. Like,
fucking Elijah Wood.
Fuck these other stories. Focus on this fucking guy.
You gotta admit, Elijah Wood made a pretty good character there for that role.
Yeah, I mean, he's a damn good actor, you know?
Yeah.
As long as you give him something to work with, like, he's really good at it.
Yeah, I really love that whole movie. I thought it was really well done. I've heard that it's like a frame-for-frame version of the comic, which I don't really necessarily care about, to be honest. I'm not necessarily a fan of the comic. I've never read it. But I thought the movie was just brilliantly done.
There's a voice in the back of my head just, like, fucking absolutely smacking the shit out of my brain. Just going, you fucking idiot, you forgot the Back to the Future trilogy.
Oh, man.
Fucking shit.
Good call.
Yeah. And, like, a lot of people will be like, oh, the third one's terrible. It's like, not really.
It's got its moments.
It has its moments, but, like, the way I look at it is, like, in a sense, like, the first one, it's more focused on, like, Marty and Doc and whatnot, and, like, just trying to get him back to the future. The second one is just focusing on Marty.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we gotta fucking fix this. And then the third one is just focused mostly on Doc. Just kind of expands the character. And I'm like, you know what, man? That I can fucking dig. That I can get behind.
Yeah, it's sort of like they had their movie together and then they each had a movie apart, which isn't such a bad thing, because they're both equally important characters, I feel.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not all about Marty. Fuck Marty.
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael J. Fox. I mean, I dig Marty, but fuck Marty.
Fucking hoverboard riding motherfucker.
Just 3D, fuck you!
Yeah. Shark still looks fake. It was fake before, motherfucker! You think there's a real one?
Fake.
You think there's a real shark swimming around there just like, you want to be in a movie? Okay, here's a bucket of chum. Get on this boat and eat this guy. Sharks aren't obedient.
You try to wrestle a shark.
Yeah, really.
Condescending asshole.
No. Like, it's 3 a.m. in January in Minnesota. You know how hard it is to get a shark out here?
They're very unwilling participants.
Yeah, really. We can't just go to a pet store, just knock on the door at 3 in the morning and go, you guys have any sharks? Like big ones? We need one that's like 20 feet long.
Oh, man.
Shit.
I'm sure there's some other trilogy out there, too, that we're completely forgetting or neglecting in some way that, like, someone would comment and be like, how did you fucking forget this?
What about the
like maybe Star Trek? Neither of us were really ever into Star Trek, so I don't even know if there is a legit Star Trek trilogy. I'm sure there is.
Well, no, there is, but I mean, there's also, you know, like the original generation went to, like, I think it was, like, 6 movies or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there was that, and then there's, like, the next generation, there was, like, 2 or 3 of them, I think. Can't remember.
The thing I've heard about Star Trek movies is that you want to watch the odd number ones, that those are good, the even number are bad. From what I've heard. I don't know. I'm not a Trekkie, so...
I'm not a Trekkie either, but like, here's the thing, man. I was hanging out with a buddy of mine, like, a couple of years ago. Like, it was him, it was my buddy Ryan Cranston out in Arizona, which I'll get him on the podcast sooner or later, because I got to talk to that motherfucker. It was him, it was Chris, and I think Hogan might have been involved, but like we were all sitting around watching movies and whatnot, and they popped in Wrath of Khan, which is, you know, considered to be like, oh my god, this is the greatest movie of all time. And I'm just sitting there going like, okay, what the fuck was that? Like
I've never seen that one.
I honestly didn't think much of it because I was just like, okay, I know nothing about the fucking Star Trek universe. Like, I think maybe, you know, if I was like a diehard Trekkie, like, okay, yeah, maybe it could have been something to me, but like, it was just nah, whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing is I have no knowledge of the Star Trek universe whatsoever, so I feel like I really can't appreciate any of those movies. Probably, I'd probably be in the same boat as you, just sitting there going like, what's the fuss about? I don't get it.
Yeah. Why is this guy on this planet?
Right.
Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is Khan?
That's like there are people who are like really huge fans of The Thing, that movie that you and I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I really dig it, so I was cool. I was really happy that we were able to go see it together at that theater and shit. That was awesome.
Yeah, like,
but I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh my god, that's the best movie ever.
No.
It's cool and the effects are fucking crazy awesome, especially for the time period. That's why I like it, is all the effects.
Yeah, I dig the effects. I dig, you know, John Carpenter's work and whatnot. The thing here's the thing though. You know,
but on Tish.
No pun intended. Fuck you. Here's the thing though. I was with the movie every step of the way, and it had been a long time since I had seen it, probably like easily over like 10 fucking years. So I had forgotten much of it. I was with that movie every step of the way until the fucking ending. I was just like, oh, fuck you.
What about the ending?
It's like, okay, you have this big fucking gigantic creature that's just pretty much just standing there, not even making, you know, an advancement towards, you know, our hero character. And this guy's got a, you know, stick of dynamite, and, you know, the best thing he can do is just go, fuck you too, throws the dynamite at it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that is kind of weak sauce now that you mention it.
It was a strong movie, and then, yeah, just the ending was absolute fucking weak sauce.
I got dynamite, I throw it at your face, and then I run away. Meanwhile, the monster just stands there and takes it?
Yeah, it just stands there and takes it. It's no, like, you know, no, like, arms to, like, try and reach out and try and grab this fucking thing, not, like, shooting anything at this fucking guy. It's like, what the fuck?
That's sort of like I kick you in the balls and you just stand there and don't retaliate in any way whatsoever. Like, completely unnatural response to that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I deserve this.
Exactly. It's like, what? No, do something. Hit him. Well, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with any of the theories about it, but one of the theories on the ending is that Childs, you know, when he comes back, he's wearing different clothes and shit. And throughout the movie, I guess they're really careful about people wearing the same clothes that they've been wearing throughout the whole film. So the idea is that Childs might be infected by the Thing, or might be the Thing, so that it ultimately survived. And I don't know. So maybe it's not dead after all, I guess is the point.
No, see, like, that's the thing I didn't fucking notice. Like, I wasn't going like, oh my god, he's wearing different clothes in this scene.
Or like...
Yeah, I'm not
there's other hints too, I guess. Like he doesn't really breathe a lot, and then like he drinks a Molotov cocktail, which is very unnatural. And there's other like little signs, I guess, that point to the fact that he might be the Thing.
Yeah.
But they leave it ambiguous on purpose.
Yeah.
And there's apparently a deleted scene where fucking Kurt Russell's character goes back and gets tested and is proven to be human. which I think is more weak sauce than the throwing the stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh yay, everything's happy, and
yeah,
that's the other nice thing about the movie is how it ends. Is you don't really know, like, are they going to survive? Are they going to die? Is one of them infected?
Yeah.
Are both of them infected?
I mean,
what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not like a cinematic detective or anything like that. I fucking like don't really notice any of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, just fucking entertain me.
You're just along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, fucking tell me a story.
Read to me. Once upon a time.
Can I hear the one about the monster that infects people? Okay. Back in the Arctic.
There was a dog.
Yeah.
And that was one fucked up dog.
Yeah. There were people shooting at it from a helicopter.
Now that would be a pain in the ass to clean up after as a pet, man, as a fucking alien dog. Especially one that ate other dogs.
Yeah.
Now that I'm not cleaning that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that thing for a walk.
Well, then again, if you have a pet that's that infected, that's just like infected by some alien that wants to take over your body as well, it's like, why would you even have that pet in the first place?
I don't know, why did fucking Sean keep his best friend, his zombified best friend in a shed to play video games with?
I mean, that in a sense, like, I can understand, because I was like, alright, you know what, number one, it's a fucking comedy, so...
It's a buddy movie, yeah.
It's a buddy movie, I got you. Number two, like, you would be like, you know what, man, I can't kill him, he's my best friend, let's wait and find out if there, maybe there's a cure. Like, alright, I got you there. But this is like, action horror movie. It's like, why the fuck would you have a dog like that anyways?
Well, that brings up a good point, because you mentioned, like, in that case, there might be a cure for the zombification. Could there be a cure for the alien, what would you call it, like, the attachment or taking over? Is there a way to uncouple the alien from yourself or from whatever to cure yourself of that?
No, because they pretty much tried that, right?
I don't know, did they?
I'm trying to think, because they did, like, the whole hot copper thing in the blood test.
Yeah, that was... I forget how they came to that conclusion, but that was to test whether or not people were still human.
Yeah. I mean, that's because, like, I think they pretty much figured out, like, okay, this thing's only weakness is fire. Like, okay.
Which is kind of a leap in the first place.
It's kind of a leap, but it's like... then again, I mean, you see something that scares the shit out of you, the first thing you're pretty much saying is, kill it with fire.
That's true. Kill it with fire.
Yeah. Burn, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, if it survives being burned, chances are it's something you do not want to fuck with.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay, we're up in the Arctic. Fire is pretty much our only fucking weapon here. Like, we really don't have much else to go on.
Could you imagine if the thing infected a shark? That would be the most terrifying shark ever.
Nah.
No? You don't think, like, a shark splitting open with, like, another shark?
The only thing that I can think of that came closest to it was the Sci-Fi Channel made a movie called Sharktopus, and I was just like, there we go. It's honestly...
Was it a shark with, like...
Yeah, it was like a giant shark with, like, octopus, like, arms coming off of it that could walk on land and shit. And it's just as bad as you would think it is.
I kind of want to see it. It sounds deliciously awful.
Dude,
sounds like Gappa.
Oh my god, Gappa is a fucking masterpiece compared to this thing.
Oh, is it though? Shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
Go back to Tokyo and learn how to cook.
One of the best movie insults of all time.
Seriously.
But yeah, they had Sharktopus. It was fucking just... Good lord, that was awful. Like, it's a good movie if you're a fan of, like, those cheesy, like, Sci-Fi Channel movies, like, Sharknado. Or Lava Lantula. Shit like that.
Oh my god.
If you're a fan of those types of movies, then okay, yeah, Sharktopus is right up your fucking alley.
I'm not so much, though. It shit just kind of doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
What about you? You dig, like, what is it, like, fucking Sharknado or whatever?
Nah. I saw the first one, I was just like, alright, that's cute, whatever. And then I found out they were making a sequel. And I was like, fucking why? And then there was another sequel, and then there was a third sequel, and then now they're making a fifth one. It's like, guys, what the fuck?